Hi everyone, today's video is going to be my 2019 makeup use up introduction. So I realize I'm a little bit late, y'all know I was out of town, but I'm going to talk about my goal numbers for all of the makeup I would like to use up in 2019. If you follow me on my channel, then you know I am on a no-buy right now. I'm on a no-buy until I get under 1,000 items in my makeup collection. I think I'm at like 1,440 right now or something like that. So that'll help me on my on this journey, if you will, because it'll mean that I'm not bringing in new items. So it'll be easier to use up what I do have, and I do have quite a bit. So I made these numbers by taking what I used up last year and adding one. And if you're interested in my 2018 finale to know like how well I did last year, I will go ahead and link that video down below. But again, I just took whatever I actually used up and added one. So if there's some items that only have one, that's because I used up 0 last year. I'm thinking this is a pretty realistic way for me to set my goals. We'll see as the year goes on. Some of these I think are going to be hard. Some of these I think I can easily do. So let's just go into it. So first, for face primer, my goal is to use up 9. For BB foundation and BB creams, my goal is to use up 15. Now that does include samples. So like, this would be 1, because when I do my makeup inventory, which I'm going to do soon, someone asked me about that already. I do that every year, or I do it twice a year usually. It just takes kind of a lot of time to do it, which is totally fine, and I haven't had the time to do it yet. And this weekend I'm going to be out of town. I'm in a conference in Ann Arbor, so I'll do it eventually though, I promise. Anyway, so my BB cream goal is 15. Concealers, I'd like to use up 4, which I don't even own 4 concealers right now, so we'll see how that goes. For powders, I'd like to use up 7. For blush, I'd like to use up 2. Now, last year I used up a cream blush, so that, I don't know, because I'm getting rid of a lot of my cream blushes, I think. I'm going to do a declutter. Do y'all see that little hair that's just like chilling out? Anyway, I'm going to do a declutter soon, so we'll see about that. Bronzer, my goal is to use up 2. Highlighter, my goal is to use up 2, so those are all scary goals. We'll see what happens. For eye primer, my goal is to use up 4. Last year, I definitely had some sample eye primers. I don't this year, so 4 seems like kind of a lot. But I wanted to keep the same goals throughout just because that made sense to me, so we'll see. For cream eyeshadows, my goal is to use up 2. For pigments, my goal is to use up 1. Y'all know how hard pigments are, so we'll see. For eyeshadows, my goal is to use up 1. I know that some of y'all are probably like, girl, 1 eyeshadow? That's nothing. But last year, I didn't use up a single eyeshadow all year. It was really frustrating, especially because I was doing a Pan That palette. So I think I'll use up more than 1 this year because I'm continuing on with that Pan That palette. But we'll just see. We'll see what happens. For gel or liquid eyeliners, my goal is to use up 1. For mascaras, my goal is to use up 11. For pencil eyeliners, my goal is to use up 1. For eyebrow products, my goal is to use up 6. Now, I pretty much only use powder and then a gel in my eyebrows. So if I use up, like the powders I use are eyeshadow, so I count them under eyeshadow. So I don't know if I can use up 6. For lip treatment, so like, you know, chapstick and such, my goal is to use up 3. For lip liners, my goal is to use up 2. For lip products, so by that I mean like colored lip products, so lipstick or lip gloss or something, my goal is to use up 6. I am the absolute worst at using up lip products, so that makes me nervous, though I know other people use up like 20, so we'll just see. For nail polish, my goal is to use up 5. For setting sprays, my goal is to use up 8. Again, last year I had a bunch of little minis. Right now I only have 1. I'm using it right now. It's a full size, so we'll see about 8. Then for fragrance, my goal is to use up 10. Again, that does include those little bitty samples. I have a bunch of those, so I think I can get 10. So for my makeup collection numbers, I'm currently at 1,439, or I was on the 1st of January, because I did make this list on the 1st of January, and my goal is to get down to 1,000. I don't think I'm going to get down to 1,000 in 1 year, but because that's my no-buy goal, I decided to make it my this goal, and we'll just see what happens. Again, I am going to be decluttering, and I don't think I'll be decluttering over 400 items, but last year I decluttered like 600. Now, obviously, I decluttered a lot of things I knew I didn't like, so every year I didn't bring a lot in, so it's going to be harder and harder to declutter because what I have I really like, but there are definitely some things if I look through my collection that I think I can get rid of. So I hope this was helpful and enjoyable. I like doing this. I think it's a good way for me at least to set out goals at the beginning of the year and determine what I want to use up. I know a lot of people have specific items they want to put in. I don't do that just because I don't know, I just don't know what I'm going to be feeling or something, so I feel like just these numbers give me a little bit more freedom, and if I end up using like a different face primer than the one I was thinking I was going to use up, I still get like credit for it. So that's my plan. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, go ahead and leave those down below, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.